Still waiting on Union's control roll.
What?
He thought we were kidding, apparently.
Roll a d20.
Yeah, you gotta see if you're in control.
And you gotta yell, I am in control.
I'm in control.
Okay. Has absolutely no mechanical bearing on this particular world, because that was a totally
Because
different
that
setting.
was a world within a world.
But,
It was a dream.
Yeah.
I am confused.
Good. Mission successful. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope that everyone's weekend was enjoyable as we shake off our Monday dust and dive back into an adventure here in IlHern, which I realized I did not rename the stream title. Whoops.
GG.
I know what I'm doing.
The Roll20 game still name to be decided.
Yep.
Yep.
The game itself has not been
Are
named.
you questioning it?
The world has been named. The game hasn't been named. Twitch dashboard. I know what I'm doing. I swear. I do this like 3-4 times a week. But anyhow, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As stated, hope that you had a wonderful weekend. The hell is today's date? November the 17th, 18th?
18th. In a few hours, it'll be my birthday.
Alright, let's see if you survive.
I know, I'm excited about this.
Who told you about the curse?
Nobody. So the thing is, normally when I play on my birthday, I die.
Horribly.
Horribly.
He died to cake.
Yes. And a vampire.
Pathetic.
See, if this character does die, it'll be the first character that I've had actually die.
You'll finally be one of us.
I know. I'm excited.
Hey, hang on. I only became one of you, like, a couple weeks ago?
One of us in the Dead Characters Club.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a special club.
Yeah.
Also, Dawn Ilya never actually died.
I know. I was just.
Anyhow.
I was walking through character.
Anyhow, so I'm gonna go ahead and now that we actually have the right stream title, whoops, go through our quick introductions and not introductions or roll call. That's the word I'm looking for. Riley.
Wait, I'm first now?
Well, Bella's not here.
Oh. Why?
Joe.
I'm here.
Ideal.
I am here.
Nami.
Hey.
And Union.
I'm
Wonderful. So, we're last left off on our adventures here in IlHern in the Opipatia region, just north of Insland. The party has come at the behest of one of Union's old comrades adjacent, in attempts to thwart the plans of one Orison, a ruthless mercenary half-orc that Union had a displeasurable separation from back in his younger years after an incident on the job. Finding out that the individual had made connections amongst a multitude of very powerful mercenary groups, financial backers, and religious individuals, has raised an army of the undead, nearing 1,000 in total. Now that the party has had a chance to sit there on the hill and kind of 1, 2, 3, and count their way through, as well as strange mutated and transformed beasts, these strange fleshed horse with a human torso stitched upon where the saddle should be, that Ideal had a close encounter with just a few hours before. As you were bedding down for the evening, there in your little scouting perch, after a ill-fated assassination attempt by the small figure who you still have not asked the name of.
It's rude at this point.
Yeah, it's like,
it would
it's
be
just
rude
too
to
late.
ask.
A wager was made between Nami and her that the one known as Bran, this large hulking figure who vanished from the camp at some point while no one was paying attention, as to the efficacy of which he would go and pick a fight down in the camp below. Nami, shocked to see this figure walking back, ran out of the safety bubble, down the hill, and well away from friends and safety to ask what the fuck just happened. How'd you do that? Can I do that? There was really no answer given other than, well, you gotta die to do this. As the man was walking,
We're working on that.
yeah,
right
was
now.
holding onto his own arm, detached, holding 4 severed heads, making his way back to the party. And that brief incident of mistake, that sudden turn off of survival instincts. Nami was surrounded in a cloak of darkness and approached by her underworld patron. A bargain struck. A seeking of amusement from this fanged fatherly figure. And Nami marched into the enemy's camp as if she owned the place, realizing briefly that for some reason it seemed like no one could see her or was aware of her, at least within the enemy camp. Union, watching from some distance, stunned at the bold approach. Stepping into the main central war tent, Nami, you witnessed this large idol-like figure and took it in very briefly before turning and realizing your physicality had returned to you and smacking face first into this full-plated, tall individual. And that is where we're picking up.
Guys, we're going right in the back with this one.
Huh. Not enough meat on your bones to feed to the masses. Looks past you towards the idol. Looks back down at you. And no reason to leave you alive.
Correction. There's 1,000 reasons to leave me alive, but only one really good one to you.
Reaches and grabs the back of the scruff of your armor and starts lifting you up to be face to face with him. And you can see this tusked individual, grayish green skin, and these cold, dead eyes staring into you. Go on.
Oh, goodness. That's terrifying. That was out of character. Sorry. Let's make a deal.
And what mortal flesh do you think you have to offer me?
Information.
Well, go on.
I know of some people that really, really, really want to fuck your plans up.
Face doesn't change. You mean the ones about 600 meters up the hill to the southeast?
Those ones.
They're being dealt with.
All of them?
Did you see me? I'm waving. What else you got? He
What
draws
do you
in
want to know?
draws you in closer, and his breath smells of fetid flesh.
Jeez, a person's really gone hell.
Or I make you an appetizer for my evening meal.
What do you want to know? Because I can get almost any information you want.
Make a persuasion check.
Where's my persuasion? This is terrifying.
Meanwhile, who was the second watch, if anyone recalls?
Union. I was first.
That's right, Union
then
had just
Union.
started his. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Union had run down the hill.
Union down the
after
hill,
Nami.
you can see the undead form up in a sudden solidarity set of ranks. And like a wave parting, you see a large contingent making its way down the middle.
Okay. He's gonna watch, staying sort of crouched low at his position, sort of halfway up the hill, or however far he got down.
You're at the foot of the hill.
Okay.
You seem to misunderstand the position of, well, no power that you're in, little missy.
Oh, I fully am very aware that I have absolutely no power.
No power. No information. No meat. Sniffs at you. I've got something you can do for me, though.
Oh?
His lip curls in a very wicked smile. He begins to carry you into the tent, still holding you up by the scruff.
Yeah, that hurts.
Soon you feel something hard and cold at your back. Some large stone or bone object. Your hands flapping about behind you. Realize you've been pressed against the idol. You can scream for me. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, this is like saving throw Constitution. Nope.
It's slow at first, but a soft, racking and pulsing pain starting at the base of your spine, and every pulse gets a little wider, covers a little more of your nervous system. And as you hold you there, it gets worse and worse before it reaches the entirety, the totality of your body. And you find yourself locked in place, just this constant heartbeat of pain. I'll be back. We'll see how your vocal cords hold up. He turns and walks out, leaving you there screaming in anguish.
Awesome. God damn it.
Alright, so Nami is not in a great spot.
For the record,
No.
all of you that are currently asleep, please go ahead and roll me a perception check at disadvantage because you're asleep. For all of you that are currently awake, which would be Union, and probably ideal just now getting to sleep, you can hear that scream, as if it's amplified, coursing over the whole of the valley. Yeah, Riley, the screams of dying people, you hear it all the time. It's nothing to wake up for. You'll get to it later. Just waiting on the one from Joe.
Joe's not there.
All right. Joe is riding a bear.
It'd be Bella.
And Bella is not here.
Joe, if you'd be so kind to roll me a quick d20.
Yes,
In
I can
place
do
of
that. Just
Bella.
a second, I'm saving something.
Alrighty.
Alright, D20.
Yep. Roll 2 because she's asleep.
Perfect.
Oh, she is asleep. First thing that you would notice, Ideal, as you're rolling to get yourself in your bed covers, Bella's having just a clear and frightful nightmare, which is only amplified as this anguished, soul-wrenching bellow rips out from the vocal cords of Nami and issues over the terrain. And y'all know who it is. You've, at this point, heard her scream in fright a few times now. Bella's here!
Hey,
Oh, hi, Bella. Guess what?
chicken butt.
You're asleep. You're very
Yeah.
asleep. Very, very asleep.
Believe.
Thank Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome.
But, so the only two that hear it amongst your party is Union and Ideal. And Ideal, you're stirred awake, and Bella is still twisting and turning, now a tangle amongst her bedroll. And you can see Riley, he's kind of just posted up against one of the crates, getting a little shut eye.
So I hear the screams.
Yes, you and
Okay.
Union do, and as you look around the camp, you can see one, Nami is gone. And two, you can see the fellow referred to as earlier as Brand just now coming back, and the small diminutive lady is in the middle of stitching his arm back on.
Okay,
And
two questions.
Both of them are looking over their shoulder at the camp.
One, where's Nami? Two, what's that scream? Then I look at the camp.
I love how no one's questioning that this dude's arm is like detached and he's perfectly fine from it. Like Mr. Union, like healer dude, just walked past it, didn't even care. Who's like heal everyone, didn't.
He was
Like,
he
I
was
expected
focused on
out of-
you.
I expect it out of Ideal, but not out of Union. Just like 4 dead heads, an arm that's just being waved about with no issue at all.
To be fair, they've hung out with Zealous for a while.
Yeah,
But this is like human looking.
but you also gotta remember, you did hung out with the people in the camp before.
Oh wait, good point.
Well, they weren't always so, like, undeady.
Yeah, they weren't even close to this undeady. And Union, as you hear the scream, you can see that contingent getting closer and closer, and they seem to be making a straight march towards the camp.
Union is okay, hold on. Yeah, look at my spells. Alright, Union is going to make a decision, and let me look.
Nah, man, yeah, they're Constitution saving throw from you.
Mm-hmm.
Union is going to see this contingent of undead marching toward us, and just turn and begin to run back up the hill, casting thaumaturgy to yell, "To arms, alert! To arms! To arms!"
Majestic elk noises.
So, I'm gonna nudge the other 2 people in the dome awake.
You are roused soon enough between Bella and Riley. Wake up as you so desire from your fitful and comfortable sleep, respectively.
Nami's missing. We got something coming.
There's another bellow of agony from the camp.
Ready,
I think that might be Nami.
Why is Nami missing?
I don't know. I was asleep.
Me too.
Yelling.
Meanwhile, Union is running up the hill at you guys, yelling for you to grab your arms. Brandon looks at his
My arms
like,
are out!
My arms are always on me.
working on it.
Will a healing spell help with that?
I wouldn't advise it.
Okay.
The small, diminutive figure.
Just asking.
Appreciated. Don't you, Brand? Oh, we fight now. Yes, Brand, we fight now. Get super excited.
Man, Zealous missed his best friend.
I know!
I am so sorry.
What's he clapping?
He was slapping his knee.
Okay.
I, for the record, made sure to physically do that, so that was the sound you heard, and made sure not to clap.
I'm so sad.
Yes, that's what I found it.
I almost wrote this character off after that. I'm like, no, nope, let it sting, let it like lemon juice on a wound.
So mean.
But you still get the freshness of a lemon.
Wait, what?
Meanwhile, as the camp rouses, we pan the camera several hundred miles away. Very briefly. Joseph, you are just now coming to consciousness after several days of darkness, nightmare, and similar. There's several layers of dried and re-wetted sweat upon you, and your clothes now stick to you quite heavily. Your hips are in a great deal of pain as the bear, as its name instead, kept on going. You currently find yourself in a wooded thicket. Not a large one. You actually already see outward from it this lake, fairly sizable. Help you gauge where you're at currently. You hear the steady timber.
I'm gonna try not to make too many quick movements as I try to get my bearings. You know. I'm glad somebody got that.
Alright.
Okay.
Yep,
not
survival. So you start rubbing your eyes, getting the haze out of them, wiping some of the sweat off your brow before it falls into your eyes. Look about. You see about 60 feet to your right, which, judging by the layout and the last time you've looked at a regional map, man, you really hope that that rather small lake, 'cause if not, you are way off course. As far as you know, you're about there.
Okay. He kind of hugs himself a little bit because obviously he's been without his medicine for quite a while, and reaches into his pocket to pull out one of his mini flasks. Prestidigitizing it to heat it up a little bit, and go ahead and down that one.
Just down the whole flask.
Oh yeah, it's only like 3 cups. It's a good starter. Just to get woke up.
Okay.
Is the bear at least traveling in the direction that I think we should be going?
You'd think so. I mean, you're personally not sure if it stumbled back a little bit, chased a squirrel here and there. I mean, you were out of it.
Yeah.
But if your brain can do the math, if you're where you should be, then you've at least made 2 good days worth of travel out of this. And
that's not
maybe
bad.
the third day just wasn't so hot. Bear is actually looking up at you and now realizing you're awake. Is kind of like shaking.
The bear is shaking?
It's like it's trying to dump you off. It
Okay.
has been wearing a saddle for 3 days straight.
Yes. That's a good idea. Because I don't know if he's eaten the last 3 days either. But there's the lake nearby, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to try to steer him like I would a mount, because
Okay.
this will be the first time I'm actually trying to.
Um,
There's a difference between riding a bear and actually being able to ride a bear.
Well, after your very successful bonding, he begrudgingly follows your instructions at the moment. You can tell he's ready to just kind of lay down. You've been a bit of a nuisance on his back.
Yeah. I just want to try and steer him towards the water and say, "Come on, let's go get breakfast, boy." You are a boy, right?
You get to the lakeside and you can see you immediately hear, "How do you got up here?" As my Spotify turns on.
Is your Spotify?
As the snake eats its tail. Stop! Apparently my jacket mouse pad had laid on it just so. I was like, that's a finger! Clearly I must turn on. Touch reactive things, ladies and gentlemen. Don't always register that as a human body part. But anyhow, there's a series of shouts. You can hear tools dropping as people yell about there's a bear in camp.
Don't worry about him. It's not actually a bear.
We just lost one.
Nope, just misclicked.
Misclick.
It's not actually a bear. Okay.
It's a very hairy ox.
Roll a deception
You have
check.
nothing to fear. Yeah. Persuasion?
Deception.
Deception. Okay.
You are lying.
No, I'm very much lying.
I don't know. That's a fire. There's a guy on the. What the fuck is going on? There's a guy on the bear. Sir, please, hold on. We'll get you free in just a oh gods. Go get the axe. And the guy goes running off towards another set of tools. Bear starts pawing at the ground, feeling the tension in the air.
Yes. No, that only works on me. Where's the spell I'm looking for? I guess I don't have it currently. Yeah, it's on a wish list. Okay. I don't really want to hurt these guys, but they're not gonna hurt my bear either.
Guy's running back with an axe. I'll get you free, man. Hang on.
Oh, it's perfectly fine. He's tame, but he's not friendly. I wouldn't try that.
Now you can roll a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Which is actually a bit advantage as the bear rears up, unintentionally assisting you.
An advantage, okay? Persuasion this time.
They're persuaded.
Yeah.
The guy drops the axe and stumbles back, falls on his ass. You can see he realizes that you are physically strapped to the
Yes.
bear. Just, okay, that's new.
Oh, damn it! Look what you did! Quick, get it something to eat.
Digs in his bag and throws the jerky at it. I don't know, man. Bear's a little bit less than impressed, but pops down and starts chewing on it.
Great, another picky eater.
Picky.
It's a piece of jerky that's like half of a Nami hand.
Oh, that's actually really small.
Yeah, for this fairly large bear.
Never mind.
Yes. While he's chewing on that, I will take the opportunity to dismount and attempt to take the saddle off for now.
Okay.
Because he needs to rest.
Well, it takes you a moment to remember what latch you got to pull first, so you don't tug on any important parts. But as tame as tame as he is, as it is tamed, the saddle comes off, and you can see that it's got a little fur burn from having worn it for so long. Shakes its full body now that it has the full weight of its mount and saddle off of it.
Yes.
I'm gonna go back to back to work, guys. It's cool. It's fucking bear. Why is he riding a fucking bear? I don't know. All the guys give you a wide bit of space.
Okay. Don't have anything good to fish with. So, we're going to have to do this a little more wizardy. Sit, boy. I'm surprised that worked.
Starts rubbing his belly.
Excellent.
Meanwhile, Nami's over there screaming in pain and agony.
Yeah.
I can't scream, okay? It's late.
Fine.
trying to find a good spell to be able to fish with, but
Fireball?
I don't think Joe has that one.
I mean, I'm thinking about just casting Shatter in there and seeing if anything floats up, but I think that's probably my best option. But to use a second level spell to fish just doesn't seem quite right. But can I see any fish?
You look down. For the better part of a minute or so, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Okay.
Kind of trying to find an ideal place to place it. And, there's, maybe a small little school down there. Some kind of trout, maybe. About 3 or
Okay.
4 of them.
Now, obviously, I'm a pretty accomplished spellcaster. Do I think if I shatter the school, am I just gonna basically like blow them apart with the thunder damage that I'm gonna do under the water?
I mean, thunder damage would be more concussive than anything. Depending on how close to the center they are. Like if you catch them on the edge of it, maybe they'll survive. But beyond that, you haven't really tried shatter fishing.
Yeah, I mean,
Immediately rolls max damage, just
well, I mean,
disintegrates them.
it's a lot of damage, and I'm thinking fish probably have only like 1 or 2 hit points. Out of character. So,
Hey, buddy, you're right over here.
Yeah, yes, I'm just trying to think of a good way to fish.
You want a pole?
No, wizards do it better.
Blinks. All right, well, I'm hopping on the boat and going out. Anyways, if you want to tag along.
I think I'm going to try this. Fair warning, there's probably going to be a few waves if you're going out in a boat.
Just stares with morbid curiosity.
Yes. I mean,
I feel like the rest of your party is doing so right now.
you say that I can see what I think is a school of fish, right?
Correct.
Okay, let's do this instead. I'm going to try to shoot one of them with an ice knife.
Okay.
And even if I miss, it's still going to explode in a 5-foot radius, but it's only going to be a little bit less damage, hopefully. This is ice knife fishing.
Well, you obliterate the one that you actively hit.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
The others are flash frozen.
Okay.
And the man is just standing there, slack-jawed, eye wide, holding a fishing pole. It just drops it. You one of them devil casters, huh?
Devil casters.
I've
I've never spoken to any type of devils.
Yeah.
And with that, I use shape water to kind of change the flow to bring the fish towards me. Yes.
You've acquired 3 flash frozen lake trout.
Okay. Create bonfire and start thawing them out. As soon as one's done, I throw it to the bear.
He
In
eats
fact,
it
he
up
probably
happily.
yeah, he probably gets all 3 because I'm not one for solid food.
Okay, and then saddle back up and on the road.
Yep. After giving him a bit of a time to rest.
All right. We pan the camera back. This has been your bare minimum intermission.
I get it.
So Nami's screaming in pain. Mind you, this is still the first day that you have actually arrived, so Joe is still technically now 2 days ahead of you in the timeline. Congratulations, guys.
Well, it didn't take us long to screw up timelines this time.
But, Union, as you're running up the hill and alerting your party, your companions grabbing up arms and armament as best they can, quickly getting dressed. Your one-eyed buddy is now only just now rousing, a very heavy sleeper, being the older mercenary that he is. Stands up and you can kind of hear all the crack and creaks of his bones getting back in place as he reaches over for his own sword and just stares out at what's coming. There you can all now, in the break of the clouds, can see a procession. 2 of those horse creatures are leading what looks to be a well-armored, black plate mailed group of about 10 individuals, obscuring any racial details therein. But all are walking in lockstep, marching in a straight line towards you.
How far away are they right now?
They would be just about 600 feet or so.
Okay. I am gonna leave the bubble and have it drop.
Nami screams for a totally different reason.
Couldn't we have just stayed in the bubble? We would have been fine, right?
Yeah.
Rude.
But that's not very heroic, Bella.
Not wrong.
Why are you dropping the bubble?
Union says he runs up.
Where
Because
is the bubble?
because it will drop anyways, and then we will still
Now
have
they
to
might
deal
be
with this.
bubble.
Blink, blink in Union.
Because once it drops, we will still have to deal with them. I'd rather do it now than later.
Do we intend to fight?
Did we not come here to fight?
Did we not come here to wipe out these undead?
I thought Nami was a coward.
Ooh.
Nami's not there.
I know.
Nami's currently screaming in
Do you
pain.
have something I don't?
There behind them is a familiar opening of purple, and stepping out from it is a robed figure. Hunched over and walking with a gnarled staff, like your atypical Geek the Mage target.
I will look to our companions. Think we can take them? The people who paid us?
I was weighing our options, and then he showed up.
Who is he?
Fucking nobody. He clearly is a spell user, and I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I don't do too hot against them.
Bella?
Yeah.
Put a well-placed fireball in their ranks?
I don't know. I've been fireballing a lot. I guess we
Ally.
take a break from
I
it.
realize there are no allies among them, so you may be a little disinclined to use the fireball, but we could really use a fireball.
I mean, I can, but he could counterspell me.
Not if you do it before he's within range of said counterspell.
You know what? You're right. I'm gonna ready a fireball the moment a group of stuff gets within 150. Because that's my fireball range.
Okay.
And I hope there's no archers to murder me.
Good mount. Those of us who are more martially inclined
who,
could mount
who are you aiding? Rally.
That's a level 3 aid I'm giving to. I assume Union is at this point within 30 feet.
He is gathered with you, yes.
Good. All right. He gets one. Ideal gets one. So that's a.
That's 2 out of your 3.
Yeah, that's 10. I think increase to your max HP.
Yep.
And man, there's a lot of like melee people here.
Yeah.
So Brand's gonna be good for the fight.
I would advise things not religiously inclined press upon him. The mirrored figure says.
Okay.
He's in a unfortunate state in that regard.
I mean, I partially don't feel like giving it to Limpy, but you know.
I'm right here.
That was out of character. Okay. I'll give it to him. He's probably a melee fighter, I can only hope.
Okay. Duly noted. At this point, Brand is now rolling his reattached arm to make sure the shoulder's good. Gives the little lady a thumbs up. Thank you. Next time, let it be the right shoulder. This one I'm running out of thread for. Okay. I go fight now. She has your limping leader, and he just kind of. He's not so much shaking his head, but doing that little head cock where he's. We have the high ground at the moment. One spellcaster. Looks like 12 knights. 2 cav.
We meet them on the charge. After a fireball, we may be able to break them.
Yeah, sure. Fuck it, why not?
Am I allowed to cast another spell?
You have time.
Alright. So this one's gonna be weird. It is a weird spell, very useful. Whoop.
Oh. I feel like we just talked about this one not long ago.
There's a reason I knew what it needed. Union, are you willing to wear a ring and stay within 60 feet?
60 feet.
A rally.
I mean,
Because if you're not, I am.
Yeah, if not,
What's your
Ideal will
AC,
probably
Seal?
love it.
Ideal, what's your AC?
15.
Okay, mine's 17. 15 seems kind of low. You should get it.
They stop about 300 feet from you.
Union will have mounted Elvis and has his greatsword out ready to charge.
A booming voice, perhaps using thaumaturgy itself. Balls chosen, Orison. applauds your attempt to thwart his plans. O feeble force. He has deemed you palatable. Another scream issues out from the middle of the camp. I cannot say the same for your infiltrator. If you raise up arms here, she will cease to be.
It sounds like she's already almost there. Oh, I'm thaumaturging back.
Yelling right.
Union just like,
This is what the bard is for, damn it.
Ideals or Union just like, really? Dude, what are you doing?
He's been stat boosted. He feels confident.
We are in a unique position by our chosen to grant mercy. Lay down your arms. Join us. Have a little chat with our chosen Lord, who will reign over this insufferable, blighted land. You could live in power and prestige.
Yeah, I had that. Not for me.
So, what do you think, guys?
You're
And yeah, the Constitution save from you, Nami.
Yep.
going to turn and sort of look at them as this would pose an opportunity to get close to awesome.
There's a whisper next to you now, Union. And if you think you can betray us. The scream goes silent. You are not in control. Which is very fitting because Union got the whole control track.
Yeah.
He's been very eager to have a discussion with you. And the voice fades away.
I will start walking forward
Hello?
and ignore Union.
Rude.
Bella.
Look,
I don't know.
She just saw you got married to another dude. You clearly don't care about her anymore. Alright, Bella, you begin to march your way forward.
Probably stop like 200 feet or so from them. And just also thaumaturgy. So is she still alive?
See his head turn and look back to the camp. For the time being, her screams have not amused our lord.
Like a tough crowd.
This offer has an expiration date on it, ladies and gentlemen. We will give you till the next coming dawn. Choose wisely. The agent turns and begins to walk away.
I will turn to the people who paid us. You guys paid for it.
Oh, yes, because that's what this comes down to, money.
Well, I'm keeping their opinions in check. By the way, I cancel my thaumaturgy, so I'm not, booming.
Just imagine walking away. I heard that.
Remember, Union wasn't thaumaturgying. And they heard him just fine.
Wait, what?
But you're not in control.
I'm confused. What?
You were heard when you said we're talking about betraying Orson.
Oh, what? I don't.
Dun, dun, dun.
I don't.
Safe to assume they can hear us.
Yes.
Fair.
But wouldn't only Union know that?
Only Union heard the discussion. But that said,
Oh,
you're in.
I might have something. Let me-
What am I doing?
You're in Tortureville right now. Union. There in the middle of your camp, you can see what looks to be this little flickering black candle. You don't remember when it got there.
Okay. We would sort of break away from where Raleigh and Ideal are talking toward the candle.
As you approach the flame, you realize it looks more like an eye than the flicker of a candlelight. And it watches you as you approach.
What color is the eye?
It is the candle's flame of this emerald hue.
You watch us, Orson. And you would say to the eye.
Eyes are known as the hearing instrument of the body.
I throw Raleigh down the hill.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Focusing on this object that has not been pointed out to you.
Do you point it out, Union?
No.
Now you do see
Really?
you do see him standing over there. So if you want to take an active look,
Yes, I will take an active look.
Union's sort of transfixed a little bit.
you follow his sight line around the crates, and sure enough, you can see a very simple, it's about 5 inches tall, this willowing black candle with a green flame in the shape of an eye. And it turns briefly to you and watches.
And Detect Magic.
You pass your hands over your eyes, open them up. There is definitely a aura of divination upon the candle.
So basically, as far as I'm aware, it shouldn't see me.
As far as you're aware.
Okay.
Do you know of things such as this?
Arcana, I would assume.
Sure. Okay. You rack your brain for a moment, and you realize that thanks to a certain someone now directing attention towards you even further, the candle is definitely staring at you. As a Union thwarts your necklace once again.
It still shouldn't be able to see me.
Yes.
Just that somebody is here.
It's looking at your space.
Yes.
Best you can gauge that this is a what would be referred to as a soul-bound candle. It is a physical extension of someone's perceptions.
Yeah.
Similar to a scrying spell, but using a physical implement in its place. And at no point during your watch did anyone come up and drop this. Best you can recall.
Either somebody snuck in and put this here, or one of us did.
Suspect betrayal.
No. Just stating facts.
Well, I ain't getting a wink of sleep. Man walks over and stomps on the candle.
Okay, that saves me a spell slot at least.
Well, that's the end of that.
I hope he just like killed Nami or something.
There's no sudden screams.
There are no screams.
Not a good sign. Or the
Or not a bad
undead
sign.
We should probably actually discuss the deal.
Yes.
Right.
I, as well as any of you, down for bathing my sword in holy light and charging in, carving a glorious death. But I do not feel as though this is a fight we win.
As we stand right now, no.
Cannot leave the small fish girl to die.
I agree.
Would
But
ideals, not ideal, enigma's food.
You are the best paladin I have ever met.
Pelor bless you. Lathandar bless you. I don't worship Pelor. But if we walk into their power, there's no guarantee we would ever leave.
mm-hmm.
None of you have any fancy tricks to get out?
My fancy trick's called running.
I can leave
Clever.
on my own terms, Ewan says, and he reaches to his side and pulls out the broken bit of sword, still the bit of dried blood on the edge.
You really should clean that. That doesn't look sanitary.
How many broken swords are in this party? Out of
Are
character.
there more than one? Ewan looks around curiously.
Hi.
Think so.
I don't carry it anymore. They got yelled at, but that's beside the point.
One way or another, I am breaking that idol. Your friend, I do appreciate her committed drive as infiltration goes. I'm breaking that idol. With or without you all.
I need to see Orson again.
I can get y'all in. Maybe, if they didn't break my circle. But it's gonna take a few days.
I don't know if we have those days.
If
We don't.
we could run, but it would mean that Nami would die.
I could go get her. It's, I guess, kind of my fault.
I would not send you to your death.
Death doesn't frighten me. It shouldn't frighten any of you. It's another step.
Indeed.
Yeah, but I know what my next step is, so
Besides, she dies, she can't pay up the bet.
there.
You really don't need to do this alone. You'd only slow me down, Limpy. Now you're calling me that too?
Well, I went in too last time.
Is
Yeah.
there any way we could assist? Make a distraction of some kind?
I can offer a degree of protection to those near me.
My
But not-
concern is you distract. Is they'll consider that we've made our
Declined.
decision. Yes.
Hmm. By the way, have we at least gotten a short rest?
No.
Okay.
We do not know how long we have until the drums of war beat and they attempt to storm this position.
We have
This until dawn.
not
Oh, is that what they said?
until the next dawn. Which I find odd that they would stretch the time so long.
It's almost like they're planning something.
Union is gonna. We're on top of a hill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Union is gonna go and sort of look around the rear of the hill to make sure we're not being encircled.
You check the perimeter of the hill and in the moonlight see nothing.
Okay. Okay.
There's I don't know.
What reason could they have giving us so much time to decide?
Are there any like holy days coming up soon that would be a good time for a ritual?
History check.
Not religion?
You can do either.
Okay.
Can I roll on that?
Sure. As the two of you discuss,
That's kind of awkward.
kind of, well, it's an int skill on a cleric.
And also, kind of what I expertised in.
Yeah, the weirdo bard expertising in religion, not performance.
No, I got performance too.
Haha. Between the two of you, you don't think of any current celebrated days, but rack your brain. There was something, it's just right there on the tip of your tongue for the longest. Something about a hero, Mithrin. A day in his honor. The felling of... and it's lost. Beyond that, put you at the peak of the moon.
That makes sense. Now,
But nothing else comes to mind. Meanwhile, we pan the camera down the hill, over the horde of undead, past the tents, into that large central tent, Nami hanging quite limply after having your experience. Standing in front of you is an ebon skinned, white haired woman watching you with keen eyes.
Is the pain still there or no?
It's that soft, throbbing. You're aware of its presence, but it doesn't. It pales so much in comparison to the climax of it that it's negligible at the moment. Mild discomfort compared to the show you were forced to put on. Hello there, little one. You are quite far from home, I see.
Just how I want it. I don't want to be anywhere near home.
Hmm. Adorable.
I try.
Do you have an inkling of what's happening to you? And you weakly turn and realize your arms are now pinned back to this idol. You don't recall when that happened. As if the idol itself is grasping you.
Do I know what's happening?
You have no idea. You've assumed no religious training.
Nope.
I know not who delivered you unto us, but they must really not care about you.
It was a really stupid deal.
You like bargains, then.
Gotta love them.
I've got a bargain for you. Survive to the end of my ritual, and I will take you unto my cast. Good luck.
Definitely will need it.
You are a delight. I look forward to seeing you wither away.
I'll make it entertaining.
She walks out of the tent. You can see as the flap opens, there the plate mail figure is standing, his back to you. And you're now alone. And darkness envelops you. Oh. I hope you didn't believe her when she said I could not care for you, Onami.
You know, I have never been happier to hear your voice.
Oh, I'm sure. Your friends put on an amusing display. That, Bella, I think she's a good one to watch.
Hope she didn't distract you from the main event.
It was exquisite. But I have ill tidings. Oh, poor this, he runs his finger up your arm and onto the idol. This is unfortunately beyond me. What to do? Here outside the tent. Oi! Get the prisoner some water, some food. Maybe stab her a few times. Going to bed. Oh dear.
Oh, this is going to hurt so much.
I don't think so. And his presence fades as a individual comes in, and they are beaming with gnarly little human, just looks of asshole intent. Hi there. Looks like we get to play a little game for a little while. Hi, friend. How we doing?
Hey.
So, well, first things first. And he holds up a flask to your lips. Come on, drink up. Gotta follow boss's orders now.
Nami will listen to that one.
He squeezes it. It's really shitty wine. Not the worst you've
Hey, but
had.
it's alcohol.
Not the worst you've had. Alright, open up now. A piece of what smells like, hopefully this is meat and bread. Sort of mashed against your mouth. Heat up now, heat up. Come on. Let's get to the fun part.
Nami will listen.
And as soon as he sees you choke down the meal provided, there is a numb pain. Again, it's almost unnoticeable after what you've endured.
Is she able to resist screaming or
You feel no
flinching?
need to. You're like, as if your nerves have been deadened.
Ooh.
And he's looking up at you, this look of absolute disappointment.
Something wrong, friend?
Pulls out and stabs on the other side. You've taken 6 points of piercing damage at this point.
Ow, holy shit.
Oh, what the fuck? Fuck! Throws his knife to the ground and storms out. I'll be back with the irons! Oh, I do say. Irons can be quite fun. The presence appears next to you again, and you feel a finger run across the cut. You're spilling.
Can't really stop it now, can I?
Not with that attitude. How much do you like your friends? How much do you like your friends?
Ideal is the only one that I give a little bit of shit about.
Oh.
Sad noises.
Oh no, the dear boy fella. Seem to be getting a little close with him.
He's amusing at times. He makes the stupidest of choices.
Oh, now you can't be one to judge. who walked into an enemy camp all on their own.
With your blessing.
True.
And it does take an idiot to know an idiot.
They're going to be angry, your friends. They're making plans, you see, and I've not had my fun yet. Good night, sweet Nami. It was entertaining. And there is a pierce on the side of your neck. And soon darkness. Puddle of goo like I did. True. It's like, she's not already a werewolf.
That was just like. That was just an amazing coincidence.
Wait a second. Aren't you a werewolf?
Yep.
Yeah? Well, shit.
I think I do it.
The scene ends as the last thing you can faintly hear. No, 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 no! You stupid woman! You weren't supposed to bleed to death. It's the little fellow who ran off to get his irons. You hear the clatter of metal and then nothing. And the camera whisking across the landscape. Now back into rolling hills. To Joe. The trip has been more or less uneventful. Stopping to eat now and then, having taken a little time to make sure you've gathered up some more flash frozen fish, a surprising means of preservation, possibly marketable even. You gauge that you've another 4 days you should be within, at least within sight of this meeting place of yours. Assuming you make no detours.
No, I've been gone long enough.
Okay.
I should be getting back. Told him it wouldn't be no more than a week, so it's about right.
Yeah, doing your best. Is there anything specific you would like to do other than just eat, sleep, ride bear? Well, minus sleep.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much just trying to get back as quick as possible. I have a feeling the bear needs sleep occasionally, so I will be obviously attempting not to sleep during this whole time, but I have a feeling I'm not going to get so lucky as to not pass out over the course of another week.
Okay.
But just my normal Joe schedule of trying to stay awake, obviously using my coffee to assist with that, but I can make some rolls later to see exactly when I fall asleep.
Duly noted. Alright. Whisking back, both in time and place, up to the camp.
Okay.
So,
Regardless of what we intend to do, it's believed that there will be attacks at. I honestly forget which one. I think one was 4 now. I don't know what the other town was.
Lurtle,
Lurtle.
right
Oh.
next to for now.
And I think it would be pertinent to send someone along to warn them of a possible attack.
Yes. Issue is, what's the fastest way of doing that? Because I think if we send somebody alone here, they will just be swarmed on by undead.
Unless they were to sneak around without arousing suspicion.
Which could work, maybe?
You're talking about 2 days?
Two days there, 2 days back.
We only
Right.
have the one guaranteed us
Mm-hmm.
before they do something to our fishy friend.
But they have not said. Well, I don't know. Did they indicate we all need to be there? Do they know how many we are? Like, if a portion of us try to sneak in, fake out, surrender, like they may not know that the little sneaky one is gone, or Raleigh is gone, or Bella, or whomever.
I feel like they would know we're doing that though.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mercenary guys got anyone you can send?
I've got my people here for this. I'm thinking we switch more to the north of them and tackle this from a different angle, not through this fucking horde.
That makes sense.
They allow us to leave this position, though.
Really, only one way to find out, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Either way, if we don't break that idol, it's only going to get worse.
But if we enter into some Faustian bargain with them, that might get us close enough to strike the idol.
Oh, more deals.
I do not, unless we were to receive significant reinforcements, I do not like our chances of trying to fight our way through, even if we aren't fighting the horde, merely the mercenaries.
Does anybody in Power of Innsland know of this?
They're already sending reinforcements, but it'll be a week.
Okay.
What? Maribel? You guys look around, the little one's gone.
Oh, that's her name!
He just stares.
Bardic
Where'd Margo?
Perhaps she has already decided our answer then.
You're welcome to
She
try
said
and
she felt guilty.
catch an eye of her if you are so inclined. But she is forever sneaky.
Sneaky enough to get an army out of that camp.
Yes, and Mr. Limpy. 'Cause,
Yeah.
man, I didn't see her leave.
I'll see if I can see her at all.
Not even a speck.
Almost like she's better at this rogue thing than me.
Also, she can go invisible.
That too. No, she said she couldn't do that again today, I thought.
She said she was tapped on invisibility. Yeah, that's what she said.
And she's
But was she lying?
So we're just gonna march in there one at a time? Is that what's happening now?
No. Let's not do that. That is even dumber than all of us going at once. Because then, inevitably, we will have to fight ourselves, and I ain't about that. Fight each other?
Well,
Watson is down there. The artifact we came to break is down there.
oh, glad we've got a day. Some of us are exhausted. Some of us have expended resources, and now some of us have companions to worry about. So, patience. The Lord knows what that little devil woman's up to. Stupid bitch. We'll convene again at noon tomorrow. We'll see if we need
How
to
many
strike.
of us are there now?
At the moment, there is the party that, as you know it,
Yeah, so us four.
as well as the One Eye brand. And there has been another mercenary. He's just been kind of sitting there, hasn't said a word, hasn't moved.
I will put up protection for us. Tiny hut.
The hut's back, baby! All of your mounts are, of course, excluded.
Yeah. And I just use a spell slot for this one. I don't bother with the ritual.
Okay. Right, well. I'll take first watch. Staggered as it is, get some sleep. He glances over at the other cloaked figure who just nods and holds up a 2. They nod. If they are trying to stall for whatever reason, we'll...
I do not trust them, but you are right. We are in no condition to do
Anything.
act rashly.
I might have a plan. I'm not going to discuss it till after the rest, but I might have a plan.
Everyone's like, alright, rest is broken, let's go. What plan? Go ahead.
No, I'm going to prepare some spells. This is a bad idea. I said that yesterday too.
I mean, we're adventurers. Bad ideas are in our blood.
Okay. So you rest. Officially ending your first official day. Here watching.
Bye, Max HP. You were nice.
The hours wind away. None of you are aroused for watch. And feel confident as you wake up and realize the mercenaries did not abandon you, as often those of the cell sword nature tend to do. And Maribel's back. She's holding a swaddled body and just rocking. You can hear her very softly saying, "I am so sorry, my child. I am so sorry."
Clutches hands. literally just said I wasn't gonna lose anybody else.
Union would stand and just sort of bow his head.
He's starting to wake up, and you walk over. She's holding a small body. Amber looks up, and you can see just under her hood the smile. I kind of had to leave her arms behind.
Excuse me?
What?
I know. Let's not ask questions.
And you realize that that cloth isn't entirely red, just these two sides of it.
Let's ask no questions.
I don't know in what world that it's a viable option, but I want to know what happened.
Isn't it obvious?
I don't think so. And she pulls the cloth aside and reveals Nami to you all. I don't think they're the ones who did it. And you see very predominantly two fang marks upon her neck.
Is that...
I start trembling and thaumaturgy harmless tremors. She wanted to go back to the ocean when she died.
Did she?
She did.
Is she
She told me
gone?
so.
I mean, she wasn't moving when I got to her, and she's already quite cold. I made sure she didn't go alone. And about 10 feet behind Maribel is a mangled body that Brand is still bludgeoning.
Yeah, go.
Good on him.
Of this warped, diminutive little figure with an iron rod up an unmentionable hole.
Oh.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. And you hear Brand every now and then say, "You made Mama mad." And thwack, thwack, thwack. And when I start rousing, what the fuck's going on?
If I may, I would like to ritual cast Gentle Repose.
Okay. You may.
That's gonna be 10 minutes plus 6 seconds.
As I mean,
Robot. Oh god, robot. Hello? Hello? No, still robot. Is it on my end?
Hello?
There we go. We're clear now.
Yeah.
Okay. See, does she still have her valuables on her?
Best you can tell, she was stripped of her weapons.
Just the weapons?
Best you can tell. You haven't really. She is wrapped in a blanket at the moment. And Maribel is just kind of rocking with her.
I'll put a hand on her shoulder. Set her down. You've done all you can do.
Maribel's smiling.
Alright.
May we have her?
Thinks about it a moment. I suppose.
Thank you. And, gold, amulet, maybe her gloves. Oh wait, nope, not the gloves. Like, the gloves would fit ideal character somewhat perfectly.
Ouch.
No one gets the gloves.
Yeah, you're right, because they're attached to the idol. Yes, but valuables and
As you pat through, it seems like most of what she carried on her is still there. Um,
then I look to her warhorse. God damn it, we're gonna have to deal with this too.
Oh.
No, do not say the warhorse curse.
Okay, deal with Zealous's warhorse again. Zealous's warhorse, which Nami rode. Better?
it's just standing there.
That is the best horse you'll ever get.
I'm aware.
Union, as you're not really tied up with the current processing, you join that hooded figure for a brief moment and look to the camp, and you can see there is definite stirring. The undead horde forms up, much like you had saw them do the night before. A little more sluggish here in the daylight. And they break apart and form an opening, a path down the middle like they had just before.
And are the other figures like the wizard and the
You can faintly, as you squint against the sunlight, can see that they are making their way towards you.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure Brand holds that record, Raleigh.
Of the party,
Ah, I thought you recruited him.
please.
I think this is where we make a tactical withdrawal. Here, when I say, we've kind of
Yeah.
I agree. We should. I think. Since body is heavy, once we get to camp or wherever for the night, we cremate. Then I can.
Does that mean burn?
Yes.
She was the thing of the
And
sea.
then spread her ashes
You
into
would
the sea.
condemn her to fire after you loot her corpse.
She
Even
would-
before you pilfered her things, ideal.
hey,
Ashes. She did tell
hey,
me she
horns,
wanted.
horns. Death Squad, marching our way right now.
Yeah. Body, let's go.
Like, heavy lover squabble later. Goes and picks up his shit.
In Union, she would not want her things to go to waste. And I will chuck the amulet at him. Put that on.
That is the friendliest thing Ideal will probably ever do to you.
Yes.
Well, I wanted the amulet.
No, I know who your teacher is, Bella. That's not fair to him.
It's fair to me.
Aw.
Bella, if you want this thing, I will give it to you.
It actually makes sense for you to have it since they were able to hear you, and I think you know some of them, right?
The squad is getting closer.
Says nothing. It slips the amulet over his
Right.
All right, let's leave.
Yeah.
Doo-doo-doo.
I will, try to attach Nami's body to the warhorse and say, "You're gonna have to follow us."
Take its reins, it follows.
Yep, I will take its reins and get on my riding horse and.
The one who hadn't spoken yet, he stays sitting as you all ride off.
I will. What's he
Union will
doing?
wheel Elvis around over to him.
Could buy you an hour.
Come
Eh.
with us.
I can buy you an hour.
Your life is worth more than an hour.
Who said that's my wager? You may
Don't
want to
have
move.
Die.
Yeah, let's move.
The
Let's
ground
go.
starts to rumble.
And I'll take that bet.
It starts taking shape
I'm so proud.
as several small earth elementals begin to pop up.
How far away?
Around the one.
Around him.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought they were being summoned around us to fight us.
Yes.
Because I got something good for those.
Elementals and undead, because you know what? Just spread out
Like you guys.
spread out the enemy type.
Look, I got something for Earth Elementals.
I want it on the
That's
record. I
our
approve of the
guy.
new plan. It means I don't have to tell my plan. So I'm okay with this.
Okay, let's go.
So you guys all ride off.
Turn to the figures. The Thunder guide you, and sprawn Elvis to follow the party.
You just hear him in this sort of rocky voice give some kind of command. You're not sure what it was, and all the elementals roll up like bowling balls and go rolling down the hill.
It's adorable.
I think I'm liking these mercenaries more and more.
I wish they hadn't gutted player summoners.
There's a
Yeah,
reason there's a reason he wasn't interacting. He's been casting this for fucking ever.
Fair.
And they do. Warlocks now have animate dead.
So you are allowing that stuff?
I mean, it's not official yet, but
You know when it
There's
is?
a lot of good stuff.
warlocks get animate undead.
Which I know makes you very happy, but
It's 186 Scully Boys a day.
yes, we spent 3 hours talking about this a couple weeks ago.
A day. Well, you guys go riding off. One Eye leading you towards the river to follow it along. And glances over his shoulder as there is a spark of light behind you all. All right. Well, he lost that bet. 30 minutes. Let's go.
Yep.
But you break away and ride for the majority of the day, now closing in about the early afternoon. Before he finally stops, the horses are they're done. They're spent. And you turn and watch and confirm that no one's currently giving chase. And then you hear a splash out of the river. The cloaked figure comes tumbling away and just turns over. Thank you. And just lays there.
Well, once we do get camp all set up or whatever, I am gonna give her the 40 gold. I think it was the Nami bet.
For Maribel?
Yep. She would want this to be done.
Okay.
Now I
She
need
must
to.
have talked about her death with you a lot. You seem to know what she wanted.
Shockingly, they actually did.
We'll say they had
Yeah.
a whole night of this.
A whole night of this and a whole day on the horse. We were.
Pretty deep
Thumbs up.
conversations when you got nothing else to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to talk about Dad. Okay, cool. Well, death then? Yeah, I'll talk about death all day.
Yeah.
Talked about Dad too.
Well, maybe yours.
No, I talked about
No.
mine as well.
Oh. But, it's actually Maribel who pulls Nami's corpse down off of the warhorse and tucks it aside. There. It's alright.
I think Union would just now really believe that she was dead.
It really does jump out at you at this point as she kind of just flops there on the ground like a fish.
Wow.
Like she would have wanted.
Like she would have wanted.
Get up.
That's not how it works, boyo.
She told me she wanted to be she wanted her ashes spread on the ocean.
I wouldn't be so hasty.
Right. The fangs.
Are you going to share what the rest of us ideal?
Vampire. I'm sure you can figure it out.
You know, you are such a cocked sack of greedy shit.
Whoa, calm down now.
Yes, I would advise calming down. It's a voice you have all heard before.
It's zealous.
Is it the one who sent Nami into the middle of camp? Not that we know this.
There, a distinguishedly dressed individual stands just a fair distance away from the river.
Fair.
Noted, Joe.
If it is the one I think it is, then Rally has not heard him?
You've not heard him before, and your immediate reaction is this is a creature of undeath.
I will hold my hand up between what.
Go
What
on.
do you want?
Well, I want my prize.
Has she not deserved her rest?
No. You asked an honest question. I gave you an honest answer. No. Though.
What does she have to collect? What do you have to collect from her now, creature?
I'm wounded. Devil spawn.
Yet. Union visibly bristles at this.
He steps forward, letting his presence kind of just slip for a moment from this nice, welcoming gentleman. Little adventurer, I would know my place if I were you. I have come to collect.
You should know yours.
Oh, what are you gonna do? Throw a feather at me?
Maybe.
Oh.
He's not phased.
Yeah.
That is kind of all I've got.
A few years, maybe, holy man.
I'll count them.
Dismissively looks past you. Shaper, the body, if you'd be so kind, as you have wounded and ruined. She looks to all of you and says, well, sorry.
We're turning her over to this creature?
Do you think we have any choice, Union?
You've more pressing problems, I think. Where's the tin can? Seems traveling with you is a bad wager indeed.
Undead monster.
I don't like this K.
I don't either.
I think
But-
this is a compliment. Angry feeling.
I also know, out of character, and probably in character, we don't stand a frickin' chance.
No, I've made my pressure. I understand my stance now.
Just holds up holy symbol, puts the holy symbol down, like, well, shit. Like, he did seem to very respectfully commend you for trying.
Wait a second. How much gold did you offer for her? For this bet? Because I can pay you back.
I think this is about gold. And
It's about a bet.
Maribel's carrying the body over. He takes
Union
his...
takes like half a step.
Lathander, bless you! And you can see this little smoke trail out of his lips. Stand aside. And he draws his nail across his wrist.
Union, this is not a fight we can take.
How many more friends must we lose, Ideal?
I don't know. But this is not... This is something we can't stop.
Maribel skirts around you unless you physically impede her anymore.
No.
Holds the body to this lording vampire who just holds his wrist out and drip, drip, drip. Just runs his hand over her forehead and along her hair. Well, figure something out about the arms. A flurry of bats fly off in his place, and he's gone.
Is there like a rock or something nearby? Like a boulder-ish?
A boulder? Yeah. It's like
There's a
a
path
river stone.
Yeah. I'm gonna shatter that river stone out of frustration. I'm just gonna yell and...
Detonate a grenade in the middle of the party. Get riddled with shrapnel.
Something that would not hurt us.
It's over by the river. It's just far enough away to not hit the poor guy who got like poured out of the river by the by his little water taxi.
Riley's going to take some time to pray and apologize for his weakness.
Well, Riley, there was a certain ritual you performed on this body that
Oh!
he may not have been aware of.
Yeah,
Oh
just
no.
there's a reason.
I forgot about that.
Which
Yeah,
prevents a
you
very
know-
specific transformation.
He's
You know
gonna
why
be
I made this
so-
character?
To stop that?
Yep.
Ah!
So, Nami, I'm afraid you do not get to come back as a vampire.
Rip.
So
That's-
freaking close for the third time. I nearly survived 3 times. I got fail, success, and that success was a 19, then a fail. Ah!
And then you got gentle reposed. Which prevents the body being turned into an undead.
For at least 2 weeks, but at that point it's kind of... For 10 days, but at that point it's kind of, you know...
Mhm. You're welcome, guys.
But at the very least, we pissed him off.
Oh, we should leave then.
Like,
Look,
one
at
guy
this point,
has no idea what's going on. He's in the moment putting the tent up. Like, what the fuck?
at this point, half the party is safe from divination.
Not me.
I was so close.
So close.
I'm sorry, I'm not sorry, Nami.
That's okay. I know what our next character is. It's gonna be fun.
Don't worry. It didn't just re-light bulb on me. Like, wait. Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Wait a second.
Second.
Duly noted.
I'm a good boy.
Well,
I will never be able to play a vampire.
Oh,
Damn it.
it's going to come up.
it will happen eventually.
About 2 hours into your camp, there's a surge of screeches and squeaks of bats as
By the way,
recoalesces
Don't-
and just stares at the body like, wait, what the fuck?
I point to the cleric.
He's holding like 2 prosthetic arms, like.
I'm trying here, and you guys are not helping. I point to the cleric.
looks at the arms that he probably paid a small fortune for. And
Mm-hmm.
touche, holy man. Touche. Probably should have checked for that first.
Probably. Can we have the body back?
Well, he didn't take the body with him.
Oh, he didn't?
No.
No.
Oh!
Like laying there.
I thought he took it with him.
Nope.
I protect those under my watch.
Sure. That's one way to look at it. You've hindered my brood. I'll remember this.
Well,
He's gone.
were we not being hunted by an archpriest of Baal and an army of the undead, I would be worried about him.
It's like, just going down the list, like, well,
Union like spends 10 minutes naming all the mercenary bands, and them. How is that one guy in Insland and him and
oh, and
then I
I
start
guess Dad.
I start listing
Colt.
all my family members that hate me.
I like that. So guys, clerics are awesome. Well, as you have fled, night has come. Over the long distance up the way where you had fled from and where you watch now, a bright red light, almost as if the sun was rising hours too early, rises to the sky. And that is where we fade to black.
Yeah, that's not good.
Where was that coming from?
Probably the camp.
Yeah. It's fine.
By the way, I'd like to point out there are now officially rocket fists in D&D.
Oh,
I wasn't gonna say anything, Jera. I may or may not have been aware.
Did you see that earlier today too?
That just happened to be very convenient.
I bet it was.
Ha!
huh.
Well, that's easy.
I would just like to point out the curse.
Of traveling with
Birthday.
Union.
The curse of the birthdays.
I'm not sure which part of it
Well,
is
actually-
cursed today.
Actually, no, because she died at 11:57.
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding you.
What the fuck, Eden?
Yeah, that's about what happened to me too.
So
My
it
first birthday
wasn't the
was the
birthday.
group.
It was not my birthday.
So it wasn't the curse of the birthday, it was the curse of traveling with Union.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Alright,
I feel so legitimately awesome about